So people don't realize, as I've said enough, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was stolen from me. In 2012, I was on Twitter under the handle JC Salvador, that's JCSALVADOR, and under JC Salvador Renal Martinez, I sent maybe 15 to 16 to 20 tweets to and Colin Trevorrow and Frank Marshall about making Jurassic Park 4. And for them, it was always going to be Jurassic World. But I sent them what I would have done to make Jurassic Park, and I wasn't Jurassic World. So they had their own idea, and they skipped me and said, all right, Jurassic World. Then they took my idea, which was that the dinosaurs need to be evacuated. Someone needs to save them because they're going to be killed. They're going to be extinct and evacuated and slaughtered and destroyed, and people had to go and save the dinosaurs. And it was going to be some kids who were from Hammond's college classes with a mercenary that was supposed to be like a kind of like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer character. Someone, it was supposed to be Diane Lane, a kind of Batman Bruce Wayne woman that knows what she's doing in an extraction, and she was going to go take the college kids in. They were going to get the eggs. They were already moving. I wouldn't say the way they did, but they had just moved them off daily. But they said the military was going to come in and kill it. They were going to take back the island and get rid of the dinosaurs on it. And as soon as they're finished, they were going to bomb the big ones with missiles, and nobody could be there. And then, of course, that's the movie. Our characters are there, the military, they're all fighting. And then it ends in a twist, this cool twist with a sort of Watchmen ending that's great. And it would have led to the part 4, if that's Jurassic Park 4, it would have been to the part 5, which is now here's my Jurassic World. That was a Jurassic World of the dinosaurs being evacuated from the island as they faced extinction. It was known as Jurassic Park 4 Perdition. And then I had a Jurassic Park 5. So it was supposed to be that the girl and the kids on the island were okay. Some died, some didn't. But they all made it okay, and then what would happen is they would have taken the monsters, the dinosaurs, across the world. They would have gotten out. But in China and Asia, they would have just been great with dinosaurs. Out there, they would have had them be in the streets. It would have been like Pokemon. They just would have been out there. And out there in those countries, they would train dinosaurs the same way that Jurassic World did. I was actually, and this was all in 2012, I was thinking this. They would walk around with them like they did with King Kong, where they have them on chains, and they carry them, and they sell them, and they eat their body parts, and they use them for soldiers use them. People use them as pets. There's Triceratops plants, and they're just out in China, and everybody loves it. And then what was going to happen was there was going to be a nuclear meltdown, similar to Chernobyl, that one of the dinosaurs would have overrun, got into a nuclear site, and said, "Oh, they caused all this damage, and now the nuclear reactor is going to explode. We have to get the rod out, and take it out and cool it off and make sure it doesn't explode and there's a fallout." But they would have been overrun by dinosaurs. And then, of course, you realize it's not the dinosaurs; it's a Chernobyl event, and the dinosaurs are getting sick. They have poisonous stuff. Everybody's wearing, just like now, Corona. Everybody's wearing their hazmat suits, so nobody can be running around with their skin shown. They had to be in suits similar to the one that Godzilla did, the movie Godzilla, when the guy's wearing it, and his wife or whoever gets locked in the thing, and the Manhattan, and they got to wear the suits, and then the dinosaurs are eating them, attacking them, dying, getting shot, going crazy in the facility, and they have to go be careful. We don't want them to bump into anything and cause an explosion. And it's radiated, it's nuclear, it's crazy. There's dinosaurs, there's velociraptors, there's T-Rexes, there's cute dinosaurs, there's all kinds, and they're sick. And they call the DPA, the Dinosaur Protective Agency, and the DPA is the one who you call when you see a dinosaur in your backyard or something, and they tell you, okay, take a photo of it. Can you explain what it looks like? Is it a plant eater or a meat eater? And if it's a meat eater, if it's a predator-like, you stay inside. They send people out there. If they're plant eaters, it's not a big deal. If they're big like Triceratops, it's just going to bump your car. So don't, like a bear, you just kind of stay away from it. Just stay quiet. Don't antagonize it. And DPA deals with this stuff. Would have been cool. Would have been its own little kind of, 911, 24 kind of world of dinosaurs in the world now. A spin-off with Daniela Pineda. At the time, I didn't think of that with her, but I did when I saw the movie. And it would be Bryce Dallas Howard, DPA, them dealing with it. They go around everywhere. If they're in Vegas, if they're in, Tokyo, they go around and deal with it. It's like a big, they're little services. They're like the detectives, like a Daredevil, or they deal with this simplistically. Some people hunt them, some people kill them. Sometimes they have to be put down. We don't know. But anyway, DPA gets called, and it's Claire, Owen, Daniela Pineda's character, the other one, and then I'm guessing they're going to get the characters that we had from Jurassic Park, Grant, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum, and they all go out to the fusion reactor, the nuclear contamination site, and they're there, and they have to find a way to save the dinosaurs because they want to go in and start shooting at them. They want to just go in, guns blazing, shooting everything, but they don't know. They want to call DPA, deal with them first, and they're going to just kill them. But they said, you got to be careful because, it could have a fallout. It's a situation. It doesn't seem like just because the dinosaurs are there, they can't fix the situation, but they can't because the dinosaurs are around it, and they're protecting it like a cocoon, like babies, and it's like a dinosaur's there and you're trying to do your job, you're going to get eaten. So they think they have to kill them, and it's in Asia, so there's always a Jet Li type guy, there's a lot of Chinese, and then you realize that the government is being destabilized by a rogue terrorist organization, so it becomes all Mission Impossible, where these kind of, not the apostles like Rogue Nation, but these kind of dinosaur lovers or whatever, the Jurassic eras or these Nazi eras, I don't know what we would call them, they decided they want this thing to explode so that, it could destroy the country, and they're just going to blame the dinosaurs, and everyone can just blame the dinosaurs for all the problems. And, it doesn't really work for the story, but it was like, okay, whatever. And then you realize they go against people who are shooting. They have military shooting at the dinosaurs. You have guys shooting at the dinosaurs too. Then our good guys have to be protected by everybody that's shooting at them. And then they finally, stop the nuclear, fallout, the fallout era. They stop the fallout, doesn't explode, and everything's okay. But it's a lot of chaos, and it will be in China or Asia or Tokyo or Hong Kong, somewhere cool. Wouldn't be in America. We wouldn't do it in America. America wouldn't deal with that shit at all. It would just be a show for DPA, for our dinosaurs in America. But DPA is flown out there the same way that Contagion. It's like Contagion meets the dinosaurs. And it's perfect, and they actually save them, and then they go, where are we going to put them? And they just keep them in cages, and that's it. And that was the movie. And that was my ideas, because my original idea, other than Fallen Kingdom, was they'd be on the island because, I don't remember what was a shuttle crash landed. It would be like before Dark Phoenix came out. There was a shuttle, and they were crash landing. They landed on the island after being in space. And as they got out, it was televised. The dinosaurs came and ate them. So the world got angry that these dinosaurs ate them. So they decided we need to get rid of them. We need to send them away. We need to kill them. We need to get rid of Jurassic Park. And there was no Jurassic World. But they made Jurassic World, and they showed us, hey, it's all good. We made Jurassic World. We're all good. Then the stupid problem happened. Jurassic Park all over again. Then they made Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and they have to get them because there's a volcano that they built it on that's going to explode. I'm not sure that would have taken that long to move all the dinosaurs right when the volcano and save the dinosaurs, and they would just move them. That's their property, It's like saying, hey, we need to move all these crates of clothes. It's like, they're your clothes are crates, move them. You see that the hurricane's coming, move them. So they didn't even show like how it was hard to move them or drug them, but it was dumb. And then they ended up in a house being under auction. They could have auctioned them on a dark website with just a photo. They didn't like bring them there and have them in a cage and show them like, here's the one, you get to go home with it. I guess that was cool, I guess, but they could have just auctioned them with video clips and things and say, here's one for you and one for you, like an Amazon. I don't have to go to an auction to see if I want to buy a USB remote connector or something. You just get it off the internet and you order it and you press play and it's yours. They ship it to you. I'm not sure these people can have a dinosaur, but they got out. There was no laws against dinosaurs shot on sight, or who knows what the hell's going on. But that was how they did it. Mine was just, there was nothing. They were on Jurassic Park. They made all these dinosaurs that were already living there from Lost World and Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3. And then 4 was Perdition, and they were on the road to Perdition now, and the ending was cool. I'm going to keep it. And that's it. It was awesome. And then it moves to the nuclear fallout, and now they're calling it Dominion. Like, and you think of Dominion, ooh, are we going to get in a fight as to who's the dominant Dominion ones over, the Earth? Who's dominating? What's going on? Are dinosaurs dominating on the Earth again, or is it humans? Dominion. So I think that's what they have, but mine was about a nuclear reactor. They didn't use it, and it would have brought them all together into a nuclear reactor site. Now that they're doing COVID and things, they would have to wear masks, everything, and it would have been a lot harder for these predators who are already insane rapidly with cancer and, nuclear contamination. They would have been even worse trying to kill you. So yeah, and then the dinosaurs could be shot because they were already contaminated. There's no way to heal them. So yeah. But it was Frank Marshall, Colin Trevorrow. Frank Marshall's the producer. He's worked with Steven. Steven Spielberg has stolen plenty of an idea from everyone. He stole E.T., so I can't really say Spielberg stole it. Colin Trevorrow kind of stole Jurassic World from Spielberg. It was an idea he wanted to do, so he did it. And they all kind of got stolen, but the movie made $1 billion. It's probably the second or first most biggest property they ever had, Universal, and it was because I tweeted them, specifically 15 to 16 tweets at the time in 2012. This is before 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. And my script was way before a sequel. And they did the sequel based on a hunch of my idea, and I thought they made $1 billion off of it. Now they might be using my plots again for Jurassic World Dominion. And I'm not getting paid, but I will hold this idea ransom where I'm not going to go Kyoto Animation. I just know I got to work on Halloween, Bond, Dark Universe, and Universal could be a really big place to make some movies when it's not Universal, 20th Century Studios, Disney, all these places. So, Universal's really going to have a big problem because they have Jurassic World, but it's going to die. It's going to be one of the last versions they can do of it. And they have Jurassic World and what they could do with those movies, I don't know. And they have they have Dark Universe, which didn't work with Tom Cruise, which could have totally worked. Tom Cruise was totally right on the money about that franchise. And they have The Mummy, and they have all these properties, and they're trying to make something other than Marvel. They're not Marvel, so they got to work with what they can work with, and all they've ever had is the Fast and Furious franchise. And I even have maybe 7 or 8 Fast and Furious movies for them there. And I keep going, man, should I work with Universal? Yes, I will work with them when they give me my apology, put my name in the credits with story idea by, and yeah, man, I'm telling you, just put my story idea by, and give me the $1 billion that I need for funding to make movies. Not $1 billion that you're just going to pay me to have my own. you're gonna give me $1 billion budget for movies I want to work on, and we're gonna put the money into the $1 billion budget, and I get paid through that. Well, so do you. So that's it. Teach him a lesson. And I'd love to work on Bourne with Frank Marshall. I'd love to work on Bond with this Universal now. Bond is Universal. So Bond is Universal. Bourne. Jurassic Park again, I have some ideas. What else is Universal? Dark Universe. Halloween, I think. Halloween, Dark Universe. Yeah, definitely. Fast and Furious. So, like, all that I could work on. But I do want to work with Marvel, which is this King Arthur thing on Marvel. King Arthur, the Sherlock Holmes, stuff like that. Spider-Man, the Marvel Phase movies. X-Men. I love to be an X-Men character. I love the idea of doing multiple Spider-Man projects with Sony, making a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, making and this is me just talking, because I'm a genius and I have all this stuff, everything's already out there, but a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man set of Spider-Man movies with different actors going off as if he just was going to do Spider-Man 4 in 2012, going it from 2014 and making The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4 and taking them out into space, Fantastic Four. So it'd be great to see Marvel go back and forth and go, okay, we don't need to just bring them to the Marvel universe and put Tobey Maguire inside Tom Holland's world. We kind of go, let's just see what Tom Holland would think about his world and go, shit, yeah, you did fight Sandman and your friend Harry Osborn and this. Now Sandman does what in his world and things like that. So it's cool. It's just, I think it's just like comic books. It's like you take a comic and you go, you draw what you want with Spider-Man, go. You do a Silver Sable, you do a Daredevil, you do a Defenders, because a lot of them want to see Electro come in, and we don't know what Electro's going to do as Jamie Foxx. But you start looking at it and you're like, okay, well, what are we going to really do here? Because there's a lot of really great actors that can play Electro. Everybody wants to see Craven, Electro. Everybody wants to see Green Goblin. We really haven't seen the Green Goblin since 2002. Dr. Octopus again. Lizard again. The Sinister Six. We have to get to them. Doctor Doom. But there's all these characters now. Now there's over 20-something characters that are heroes. So, and the mutants coming. So, is Spider-Man an Avenger? Is he the next Iron Man? Or is he just kind of like, is he the Captain America or is he the Iron Man? Or, because he's not the Hulk. He's definitely Cap or Iron Man. And we have to realize we need to see Spider-Man where we see what that is. Captain America will be the Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel and Kamala Khan, and Iron Man character would be Shuri with War Machine and Falcon and Spider-Man. But then you realize Spider-Man has his friends, the Amazing Friends, Firestar and Iceman. So that leads us into mutants. So there's so much to be doing, and none of this is even going to be really discussed in the next phase when it starts with Black Widow. We're going to have WandaVision, then that's going to lead us to Black Widow, and Black Widow is going to lead us to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Shang-Chi, Thor, Love and Thunder, Spider-Man movie, Captain Marvel movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 just seems out of place. It's just there because they never got to film it because they fired him for tweets. They ended up doing Suicide Squad. So you start to realize, you start to realize that it's not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I'd love to see Captain Marvel and Peter Parker Spider-Man more. Put him with her since he doesn't have an Iron Man. He doesn't have a mentor. It could be him with Nicole Kidman Firestar, or him with, Brie Larson Captain Marvel. And be around Ant-Man, Iceman, and Miss Marvel more. Just makes sense, So that's all I gotta say. In Jurassic Park, they owe me. They stole. I have tweets. Whenever you want to see them, just simply comment. They're real tweets. They're not fake. My accounts got suspended after I kept going after this because I was putting thirsty tweets to women. They just decided to cut my account and got rid of my tweets, but I took photos. And I sent tweets to a lot of people, a lot of movie, Ferris Bueller pitches, things. So, but nothing happened because there's coronavirus. And now I'm seeing that I have to wait a long time to find out whether my Avatar pitches or my Jurassic World pitch got taken. And I've been waiting since 2018 with the Mission Impossible one. So, they're hearing my ideas, but they're not even contacting me about it. They're not even going, hey, we're going to use it. They're more like, we're just using it, and if we don't, we don't.